All right, thank you very much, David. Thanks, Jan, for the great show at Ecosummit. As every year, it's a pleasure to be here. And I hope to give you some fresh insights on the topic of cybersecurity in the energy system, which to us is one of the next frontiers of investing in the energy space. And we bring you the perspective of Set Ventures as a fund that has invested in the energy system over 4 fund generations. We manage about 400 million euros in assets under management and invest really in all the key verticals of the energy sector. So hopefully can give you some insights into how we look into the topic of energy security. And probably what is no news to you and should be no news to you is that we see an unstoppable rise of the transformation towards a renewable energy-based energy system. Why is this? Of course, because of the cost reductions of energy technologies in the renewable space, providing ever more momentum to these technologies. Now, the complication of this is that we are not talking about a linear shift. We're not talking about a one-to-one substitution of assets, but rather a complete reconfiguration of the energy system. And so it's a much more deeper transformation in this way. Now, 3 trends are driving this: decentralization, ever closer coupling of production and consumption on the decentralized level. With that coupled, automation of everything, automation of trades, of optimization, etc. And the third one, which is what we're going to talk about today, is security. Now, we have to really think about, is this energy systems transformation making our system more secure or actually more vulnerable? Because clearly the warning signs are there. We see an ever-increasing level of threats to the energy system, both on the production level but also on the grid level. And so we can only expect this to increase in the coming years given the macroeconomics and macro volatile background that we are seeing. And conventional wisdom says decentralized systems are actually more secure because of the reduction of single points of failure in the system. So typically you think you increase resilience because of a wider set of assets rather than a few central power plants that can be controlled. Now, there is a flip side to that, and that is that actually distributed systems vastly increase the attack surface for bad actors. So we're really talking about millions of devices now being connected to the energy system at all sorts of levels. And so actually there are a lot more entry doors now for hackers and other bad actors to find ways to manipulate our energy system. And making things worse is that actually both grid operators and also often power plant operators don't have the tools or even the ways to monitor and check on their own systems and intervene in this. So we see here a mix that can really become dangerous because both energy actors on the grid side and the operator side might only find out that they've been manipulated way too late. Now, this is, of course, where we as venture investors come in and say, okay, how can we profit from this situation and find ways to invest in this space? And we see 3 main areas where we are looking at the moment. So the first one is really about the overall grid security here. Now, obviously, grid operators have to wake up and take this threat seriously. And we see already a couple of promising startups that provide grid-level security solutions, both on the monitoring and the response side of things. Secondly, we then go down to the device level. As mentioned, we talk now about millions of devices and also no longer just about IT systems that have to be made secure, but also OT systems. So really at the level of the individual device and the control points of the systems on the edge in many cases. And also here, we see a couple of promising startups already emerging that can provide such solutions. And finally, what we also see emerging are really vertically focused solutions, for example, in the wind energy sector, where you can provide a complete suite of solutions that target a particular place or a particular area of the energy system. And in fact, we as Set Ventures just recently announced our first investment in the energy security space with a company called Optics 11 from the Netherlands. So this company provides fiber optic sensing technology that can make our subsea cables very secure through high precision remote monitoring of such infrastructure, and also enables high precision monitoring of our aging infrastructure on land, for example, in high voltage transformer stations, which are also a critical asset and entry point for bad actors. So we do see a huge opportunity in this space, and actually recently published a report which you feel free to download using this QR code here, which can give you a comprehensive overview of the sector and much more background to the space. place. Now, I want to leave you with our outlook on the energy system transformation. How can we make it more secure? Well, I want to leave you with this picture because I think the conclusion for us is at the end is that the system as a whole has to upgrade. Yeah, it's not enough to make secure individual elements of the system. We have to make sure that both on the production side as well as on the grid side, we upgrade our systems, we become fully digital, because only then can we have the Ferrari of the future energy system, not on stone wheels, but on real high performance wheels and driving the change that we are all looking for. So thank you very much. Me and my colleague Julia are both here at the conference. If you want to talk about cybersecurity or any other part of the energy system, come and talk to me. Thank you very much.